There comes a moment in your life when you realize something feels off. People look at you differently. Conversations go quiet when you enter the room. The warmth is gone, replaced by distance, tension, even quiet resentment. And the most confusing part is this. You didn't attack anyone. You didn't betray anyone. You didn't do anything obviously wrong. So you start questioning yourself. You replay conversations. You wonder what you should fix, explain, or soften. But Stoic philosophy offers a colder, clearer truth. When people begin to hate you without reason, it is rarely about your behavior. It is about what your presence awakens in them. It's not about your actions. It's about their identity. When people start hating you without a clear reason, the first mistake is assuming you caused it. In reality, most hatred is not a response to what you did. It's a reaction to what you represent. Your discipline exposes their lack of control. Your calm highlights their emotional chaos. Your independence reminds them of the compromises they were too afraid to refuse. This is why the resentment feels irrational. You didn't challenge them directly. You challenged their identity simply by being yourself. The Stoics understood this well. As Epictetus warned, people are not disturbed by events, but by their judgments about those events. Your presence becomes a mirror, and some people would rather break the mirror than confront what it shows. Your calm threatens their need for control. Most people are comfortable only when others are predictable. They rely on emotional reactions, explanations, and constant feedback to feel in control. When you stop reacting the way they expect, something breaks. You don't argue back. You don't defend yourself. You don't rush to correct misunderstandings. This calm is not neutral. It is threatening. Your silence removes leverage. Your restraint denies them emotional access. And without realizing it, they feel powerless around you. This is why hostility often appears out of nowhere. Not because you attacked them, but because you stopped being manageable. Stoic philosophy teaches that self-control is the highest form of power, and power, when it cannot be influenced, often becomes a target. Some people don't hate you personally. They hate that they can no longer control you. Improvement creates invisible enemies. When you begin to change, something subtle happens in your social world. You don't announce it. You don't lecture anyone. You simply grow quieter, more disciplined, more selective with your energy. And that alone is enough to disturb people. Your improvement silently breaks an unspoken agreement that everyone would stay at the same level, struggle together, complain together, and move at the same pace. When you step out of that pattern, some people feel abandoned. Others feel exposed, not because you judge them, but because comparison becomes unavoidable. This is why resentment often replaces support. Your progress forces them to confront their own stagnation, and that confrontation is uncomfortable. Stoic philosophy reminds us that growth is often lonely before it is respected. Elevation creates distance before it creates admiration. Not everyone who dislikes you wishes you harm. Some are simply uncomfortable with the version of themselves your growth reflects back to them. Hatred is a test of inner authority. When people turn against you without reason, Stoicism does not ask you to defend yourself. It asks you to observe yourself. This is the real test. Not whether you are liked, but whether you remain anchored in your values when approval disappears. Many people collapse at this stage. They explain too much. They soften their boundaries. They reshape their personality to regain acceptance. A Stoic does the opposite. He recognizes that hatred is often noise created by insecure minds. He refuses to surrender self-respect in exchange for temporary peace. Inner authority is built here. In the moment, you choose composure over reaction, principle over comfort, alignment over popularity. Marcus Aurelius wrote that it is not external events that disturb us, but our judgment of them. Hatred only becomes destructive when you internalize it. Remain steady, endure without resentment. That is Stoic strength. Quiet authority, Manifesto. If people start hating you for no clear reason, let this truth settle calmly. Not every reaction deserves a response. Not every misunderstanding requires correction. Stoic philosophy teaches that peace is not earned by being understood, but by being aligned. When you stop chasing approval, you remove others' power over your inner state. Let them misunderstand your silence. Let them project their insecurity onto your calm. You are not here to manage their emotions. What matters is this: you did not abandon your principles to stay accepted. You did not betray yourself to remain liked. Hatred fades when it finds nothing to cling to. And when you remain steady, composed, and self-directed, it reveals its final weakness. It was never stronger than you.